Hello YouTube, Russ Navarra here, Michael Narx from, I'm going to let you introduce that because I have a tough time with that.
Yeah, we get it all the time. Narxoleptic Customs, Narxoleptic. I have to spell it 10 times a day.
Yeah, and for you YouTubers out there that follow my channel, I'll put it down below. You'll have to bear with me though, it takes me a little while, and I know a few of you kind of got on to me about it, but
That's awesome.
I'm going to talk with Michael a little bit. He does kind of what I do, but he's more into the mechanical part of the automotive, and you know, you guys know I do a lot of the YouTube videos on different things, but I kind of want to interview Mike and just ask him, how'd you get started in?
Oh gosh. Okay, so it's really kind of a funny story. We've always, just like everybody, always been car guys. Like, I mean, since I was a kid, my little brother Steven is co-owner of the shop. I mean, we do everything we can get our hands on that's fun. Okay, because that's what I tell people all the time. We had a neighbor ask yesterday if we'd do a fuel pump on his daily driver Jeep. I said no, I don't want to do that because I want to do LS swaps in Land Cruisers. I want to do LS swaps in Grand Wagoneers. We want to do lift kit installs, things like that. So how we got started, my neighbor is Mike Clark, who runs the Cruising the Ozarks charity group. So I helped him get a customer that I knew well. I'd sold cars with this guy, and he was my manager and all that kind of stuff. But he had a 70 Chevrolet Suburban carryall, 3-door, that he wanted to finish, that had been painted and had, it was probably 70% done. Okay, so he reached out to my wife. My wife called me and said, "Hey, you know, do you know anybody that can do this?" And I said, "Well, I'd love to do it, but I'm at that point was doing very small things out of a 2-car garage in my part-time." So Mike Clark had just built a shop, and he lives right next door to me. Literally, like, he's 1410, I'm 1412. Like, we're right next door. So he took him and I went down, looked at the job. He bid it. He did all that kind of stuff. We took it, his shop. We finished it for the guy. And after we finished it in about 3 weeks, I thought, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And Steven had built a shop. At that time, he lived in Blytheville, Arkansas, which is northeast Arkansas. And he was doing some work out of there, really building his own cars. And he would work on some people's stuff sometimes, doing lift kit installs and things like that. So I was like, hey, and at this point he's talking about maybe moving up here, and so it's like, well, you know, if I built a shop, would you be more apt to move up, and we can really take, because Narxoleptic Customs started in 2012, so this is 2017 at this point, so we're 5 years into business, but we haven't turned really any money. So we get George's Suburban, we finish it with Mike Clark. Me and Mike Clark finish it. George says, I come inside and literally was like, I'm building a shop in the backyard, because we bought the house with the intention of building a shop. Had lived there almost 5 years with no shop. So I went out and told her, I said, hey, I'm going to build a shop. Melissa, my wife, says, well, if you're going to build a shop, I want to do stuff inside the house too. So we took a second mortgage. We did floors and cut a wall out and all kinds of stuff inside the house, in the bathroom, everything, right? Because you got to do that stuff if you're if you're fixing to spend 20 on the shop in the backyard, you know. So so we took that, got the loan, finished the shop. Took about 8 months, and then we've been going ever since. So that's really kind of how we got started. We work very slowly and try to do really good work.
So what's the best or the funnest LS swap that you've done?
The most challenging and rewarding at the same time was really the first one I did. Was it's a 1990 Land Cruiser. It's an FJ62, which is a body style within the Land Cruiser family. And the guy had wanted one that he could drive and basically daily. So I took it, and it was supposed to be 8 weeks. It took me 14 months, and I bid it at like 80 hours is what I figured I would be at the most top. It took me 280 hours, like 274 hours to finish. So it was.
Now you're doing a full-time job.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On top of
and
that.
I have a wife and 2
Okay,
kids.
right,
I mean,
right.
like, and frustration after frustration. Somebody had cut. So the firewall, the whole front end was off the truck, and we got it. The firewall was there, and somebody had cut every wire that went to the front. It was this far outside the firewall, but you couldn't pull them inside either because of the routing that went across the dash. So it was really, that's where I missed the bid on that one, because if I had bid it right, but he would have never paid as much money as it would have cost to do it. But I was excited, and we didn't have anything going on in the shop really, so I would say the Land Cruiser, and that on our YouTube channel is Project Elsie, and there's like 40 something videos that go along with putting that in that truck. Okay. So it's very extensive.
Now, what made you decide to get into the YouTube part of the?
So I have this creativity in the back part of my brain, you know, that most of us do. And so I thought I'll do YouTube videos, one, to help grow our brand, you know, because people, if they're going to look for you and they're going to see if you can do the work on their car that you say you can, I figured that way they can at least see that I've done it. And then really document the journey, because at some point in the future, just like you know, we'll have success and we'll be making fun videos with all the cars we built. Well, I figure like if you have if I gave people enough to watch after I turboed the old truck, then they would go, oh, this guy isn't just somebody writing a check to somebody, he can actually do the work. Right. And then we can take it and roll it from there.
So overall, through your journey and stuff, do you feel that what's your goal for the future, to be doing this full time? Will you quit your job, or would you still?
Yeah, and the whole so you know, everybody always looks at Cletus McFarland, but those dudes have fun, right? Like, he's very good at marketing, social media. He was 1320 Videos social media manager, and really for the first year he did it for free.
Yeah.
So it's really a cool story on his side. But when you break down what they do, they have fun. They document what they do, whether it's right or wrong. They're documenting it, right? And then they sell the hell out of merchandise. Sorry.
Well, that's fine.
They sell the heck out of merchandise. And so that's the goal, is to, you know, and if you look at his steps, you know, they build a car, they sell an apparel for that car, right? So that's our goal that was our goal even before Cletus became Cletus McFarland. Like, that was our goal back in 2012, was really to take and grow our brand, show that we know what we're doing, and then build cars that I could take and sell merchandise from.
Right.
And that people would want to wear, right? So like, you know, the Stanley shirt, we did a run of 50 Stanley shirts, which is my old truck, and we'll never make that design again. So like, that's kind of the thought process behind when we started all of this, was to get to the point where we could offer 100 shirts of a special design and that never be offered again, you know, and have fun with that and let the creative part of our brain come out on videos and how we build stuff and what we do. So
I think that's all for today. We'll just kind of leave them hanging a little bit. We'll go in more depth and just, you know, comment down below whether you want to see content like this. You know, just, you know, kind of let us know a little bit between both of our videos, and check his channel out once again.
Yeah, Narxoleptoc Customs. Yep.
And it's Russ Navarra at Radical Customs. We're going to do a series here, so I'm going to call it Russ Navarra's Garage, if that's okay with you guys. And you know, we're right now out of my office, I call it a junk room, basically. But yeah, stay tuned and keep watching. And once again, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe to his channel. And guys, don't forget to press that bell down at the bottom there, or wherever it is, and that way you'll know when we're putting some videos out. Once again, like, share, comment, subscribe, and you have a great day.
Thanks.